Guys, welcome to my channel RKG Tutorials. Now we are in the 21st class. We have been discussing about the electromagnetic induction type relays. In that we have already completed shaded pole type relay. So if not seen, please go and see the previous class. Now we are going to discuss about the watt hour type relay. This is one of the important relay. So as we have discussed that it is one type of electromagnetic induction type relay. They requires two working fluxes pi 1 and pi 2. This can be achieved by two ways. One is split phase method, split technique, and another one is quadrature winding mechanism. Here, whatever type relay produces these fluxes by quadrature winding mechanism. By quadrature winding mechanism. Now, in the previous class, let us once talk about this. So it consists of upper electromagnet and lower electromagnet. Two electromagnets are there, and to the upper electromagnet we wound the there will be a winding fed from the PT, and from the lower electromagnet to the lower electromagnet the winding is fed from CT. So here the current will be, here the voltage, and the flux produced by potential transformer will be, let us say, pi V, and here the flux produced will be this way according to the right hand rule. It will be pi SC. So this is the flux, and here this is the flux distribution. So due to the interaction of the two time variant fluxes linked with the conductor, then of course there will be a force in this. There will be EMF, current, and EMF will be produced, and which drives the currents. So with that there is a formation of operating force in this aluminum conductor, and the relay contact will move and closes the trip circle. This is the mechanism will take place. Here this is the shading band. In the previous class only we have discussed about this shading band. The shading banding is purpose is to adjust the angle between the pi V and pi SC, because if those are in phase you can't get the operating torque. So that is what is idea. Now in the previous class only we have derived the formula for the electromagnetic induction type relay, that is F0 is equals to some constant K1 into pi M1 pi M2 sine of angle between this pi M1 and pi M2. This is what we have derived in the previous class. So here pi M1 is due to pi V, this potential transformer, and pi M2 is due to this current transformer, that is, let us say, pi S. And here this pi V is directly proportional to voltage. Pi V is directly proportional to voltage, and pi SC is directly proportional to this current. Pi SC is directly proportional to current. This is what we know. And what is the purpose of shading band? Just now told, it is to adjust the angle between pi V and pi SC, nothing but voltage and current. Voltage and current to be 90 degrees. This is the purpose of the shading band. This is the purpose of the shading band. Now let us analyze this with shading band and without shading band. What is the operation with shading band and what will be the operation without shading band? Okay. And let me write this formula once. F0 is equals to K1 into pi M1 pi M2. In the place of pi M1 we can write pi V. In place of pi M2 we write pi SC sine of angle between pi V comma pi SC. Now let us discuss the topic with shading band. With shading band, what will happen with shading band? So due to the presence of shading band, what happens? The angle between V and I, V will become 90 degrees. So how will be the then how will be the phasor diagram? Let us see. So this is, let us say this is a reference voltage, and this is the, as the angle between the current and the voltage will be 90 degrees, so this is current IV. So there exists a 90 degrees here. Now of course, due to the series component there will be another current, let us say that is here, this current is I, let us say, and this angle is nothing but power factor angle, voltage to this current, and here this current is producing some flux, that is pi sc, that is, let us say here this is pi sc, and this current is producing some flux, that is pi v. This is due to potential transformer, and this angle between these two will be theta. Pi v and pi sc will be theta, and this is the power factor angle. I hope you understood this. Now let us discuss here. So the formula just now we have seen, that is F naught is equals to, I am directly writing here, F naught is equals to, let us take K1 dash. So pi v is nothing but, pi v is with voltage V, and pi sc is with current, let us, here we have taken I, capital I, and sine angle between pi v and pi sc, that is pi v and pi sc is nothing but, here theta will be how much, pi v and pi sc. So pi v and pi sc will be, this is 90. So actually theta can be written as, this is theta, but theta can be written as this 90 minus this pi. So 90 minus pi. So from here we can write K1 dash is equals to Vi cos pi, because sine 90 minus pi is cos pi. So what we can conclude from here? We can conclude that this is the magnitude, and here this is the phase. So this relay can sense both magnitude as well as phase. That means it is a directional relay. It is a directional relay. How do you understand directional relay? Simple. See, here is a generating station. So this is a transformer. Let us say here it is a grid. So when the short circuit fault takes place here, what happens? Here initially it is synchronized to grid. That means it is providing power to the grid. So when the short circuit fault takes place, the current delivered by this way, and also from the grid also delivers the power. So what happens? So here if we place the directional relay, when there is a change in direction, automatically the relay will sense and the relay will operate, so it will be isolated like that. I hope you understand. Now let us go to the next. Now let us analyze with now just now we have studied with shading band. Now let us analyze without shading band. What happens when there is no shading band? Let us keep it here. So without shading band, what will be the analysis? Let us see. Yes. So what happens in the, just let us draw the phasor diagram once again. So this is the voltage V, and there exists a phase angle here. This is IV. There exists a phase angle here. Next, what happens? So the phase angle be, let us say theta. As we know, we want them some set current. We have the set current will be somewhere here. This is I. Due to the current transformer, let us say this is I set. So due to which there is a production of pi sc, and due to which there is a production of pi v. Assume our maximum torque will be here. let us assume our maximum torque will be here. Our maximum torque will be here, torque line. This is the maximum torque line. Maximum torque, which is always 90 degrees from this way, from here, 90 degrees. And just now we have discussed this is pi and this is 90 degrees. Then what will be the angle between pi v and pi sc? Pi v and pi sc can be written here. Pi v and pi sc can be written from this 90. From this 90 we have to subtract, so let us say this is tau. This angle is tau. Torque angle, maximum torque angle from this reference is tau. So from this 90 you subtract this tau. We want the angle between pi v and pi sc and add this pi. From this 90 we are subtracting this tau and adding this pi. Understand? So then you will get the angle between pi sc and pi v. So let us write the equation here once again. F naught is equals to k1 dash vi sine of angle between pi v and pi sc. So k1 dash vi sine of 90 minus tau plus pi. This is what we have derived just before from the phasor. So ultimately we conclude that k1 is equals to vi sine 90 minus, let us say this is theta, so 90 minus theta can be cos theta. So cos here the t by tau, tau by tau plus pi cannot be together. So 90 minus theta can be written as, if you subtract, if you take minus common, here it is going to be plus and here it is going to be minus. So here it is going to be minus and here it is going to be plus. So that is pi minus tau. So cos pi minus tau. As well as here this is the magnitude and this is the phase, so it is a directional relay. And so this is what is the operating force formula. This is very important for the numerical solution. Now we have to remember this. Now then we have to talk about the restraining force as well. Restraining force is due to spring, that is K2. So we already knew that when the F naught is greater than F4, I mean the operating force is greater than the restraining force, then only the relay gets into operation. Let us analyze this. Let us do the analysis of this. So F naught is equals to K1 dash Vi cos of pi minus tau. Let us say this is fixed, cos of pi minus tau be fixed. Then what happens? K1 dash Vi. And Fr is, we already knew, that is K2, that is the spring constant. Now what happens? Let us assume the boundary condition, Kirchhoff operation, boundary condition in the sense F naught is equals to Fr. The relay is about to operate, let us assume. So what happens? F naught can be K1 dash Vi is equals to Fr can be K2. So from here we can write Vi is equals to K2 by K1 dash. This is constant. That means V is inversely proportional to current. So from here we can get the inverse characteristic. So if you draw the inverse characteristics, how it could be? Let us say this is V and this is I and this is the inverse characteristics. But we have a drawback here, that since it is inverse characteristics, so this is the minimum, this is the V minimum and this is the I minimum. So this is coming under the non-operating region, this total coming under the non-operating region. Even though there is a fault exists in here, the relay cannot detect. So this is what we call dead zone. This is what we call dead zone. Dead zone means even though there is a fault, the relay won't operate. It cannot sense, that means. Because here V and I getting constant. So this is being the non-operating region. This is the non-operating region of the relay. Then how do we overcome? That is what is the main problem here. Because F naught is being constant here. When this is fixed, F naught, the operating force is getting constant here. So F naught in the during the normal condition, and there is no change between the normal condition to faulty condition due to this condition. So this is not the desirable case. So here the relay is not operating, this is also not desirable. So then what we have to do? That is what is the important thing. That we will discuss in the next class, because it is not a small concept. It is of course one more slide, we'll take one more slide. Let me give you the intro here. So here it will happen that there are different connections will be preferred. 0-degree connection and 90-degree connection will be there, and 30-degree connection will be there, and 60-degree connection will be there. For this, to eliminate this drawback, that we will discuss. This is very important. This is very important. So that we will discuss in the upcoming classes. I mean the next class itself. I hope you understood. Thank you. And if anyone not yet subscribed, please subscribe and like, share, comment. Please raise your doubts through comment. Thank you. Signing off.